All right, you guys. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness gang, to join the Witness Nation. Now let's get into this, shall we? Hello, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. I'm Whitney. Keep it cute, get the boot. All right, welcome back, you guys. This platform discusses any and all information that has been made known to the public in any way. I am not a journalist. I am a commentator. The views and opinions expressed in this video video and on Whitney D TV's, I'm about to say may. Maybe mine. But anyways, on Whitney D TV's YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect the opinion of Whitney D and Whitney D's YouTube channel. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. Comedy, satire, TV, rated mature. Viewers' discretion is highly advised. Okay, now all commentary is alleged but very real. Now, in regards to commentary, okay, hold on. Do we have an echo? Y'all let me know if we echoing, okay? All right. Okay. Y'all let me know because I can't hear my feedback right now. But anyways, welcome, you guys. Welcome to Evidence Over Emotions. The road to sentencing. I mean, Lord, I am all discombobulated, child. Anywho, y'all, look, it's a busy day for me, okay? But I said I was going to pop out. So here I go. You're going to have to take me in all my mishaps, okay? Welcome to Evidence Over Emotions, the road to Illinois trial for R.Kelly series, okay? Where are you guys tuning in from? Are you tuning in from Facebook? Are you on Twitter right now? Are you on Twitch? Are you in Dallas? Are you in Houston? Let me know where you guys are tuning in from, okay? Make sure you keep it cute or you will get the boot. Now, that means that you don't have to. Thank you, Robin. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to agree with me, whatever I say, but I ask that you keep it respectful, okay? That's a way of keeping it cute, okay? Or you will get the boot, meaning you get your butt up out of here, all right? You're going to get on up out of here, okay? Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. You know, that's free, but what it's not is joining the channel, okay? Now, trust you me, okay? As you see scrolling at the bottom of the screen, 100% of your support goes back into the channel, okay? Production, transcripts, all right? Now, I take Cashapp, PayPal, or Zelle, or even a super chat, okay? Now, everything that you give unto me, I will bless back unto you by way of making this be the greatest experience I possibly can, okay? Now, if you like to tip the hostess with the most, so you can do so by sending it to Whitney D TV 87 Cash Out or send me a super chat, okay? Click that little button. You see it, the dollar sign emoji. Yeah, okay? Now, if you got a tip about R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying? It's an article or something like that you want me to look into, or you want to send me transcripts direct just so I can read them, you can do so by sending them to reviewswithWhitneyD@gmail.com. Okay. Now, anyways, hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever you guys are viewing this particular video. Okay. Now, as I stated, I already told you guys that we were going to be back at it. We are slowly but surely trudging through. Okay, I think we're on like now officially day 4. We finally got finished with day 3, but we are on day 4, child. And we heard testimony from we've heard testimony from the psychologist, the officer, and now we're in the phases of cross-examining the officer who actually did the investigation on R. Kelly, okay? But in real world, okay, in real time, all right, Charles Freeman has taken the stand, child, and everybody is excited to hear and see when this man gets on the stand. I heard he has been cutting up. You hear me? He's been cutting up on the stand. And so we're going to actually go to Chicago Tribune and actually see exactly what this man has been doing, child, because what I heard is that, like I said, he has been on the stand just having everybody laugh and just, oh my gosh, not for nothing, I am going to allow the article to self read, and we're going to go ahead and get back into the transcript so I can give you guys an update in regards to that. Oh no. Okay, well, I guess you guys are going to be hearing from me, fortunately. Oh, don't you just love that? Oh wait, is it, let me see. Oh no, yeah, I'm gonna have to read it to y'all. It's okay, okay. It's not that long, okay. But I think this guy is absolutely hilarious, okay. So now for now, let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Boom. All right. And let me go ahead and update and let you guys know what we're talking about. Like I told y'all, I'm gonna try my best to give y'all a current update, as well as we're going to be catching up with the transcripts. Okay. Now, this particular article is from Chicago Tribune, where Jason is allowing us to actually get into the gusp of the trial because he's in the trial. I've been paying close attention to Jason's feed, and it's been just comical. But before we get into all of that, I have to do my due diligence of first seeing who is in the building. Hey, Robin Kennedy, welcome back, beautiful. How's your day going? It's going pretty good. After this, I have to finish the edit of Where Were the Parents, and then really it's gonna be close time for me to get the kiddos, child. Like, I mean, it's just a never-ending cycle. But not for nothing, you guys. I would like to welcome each and every one of you guys to the Road to Illinois trial for R.Kelly series. Let's go. All right. Are you having a good time? Whether in cross-examination begins for alleged R. Kelly fixer paid to recover sex tapes. Let's go ahead and get into this read, shall we? On Tuesday, Charles Freeman told a wild tale, okay, to jurors about how R. Kelly and his associates allegedly agreed to pay him up to $1 million in the early 2000s to hunt down videotapes of the R&B singer sexually assaulting a young teen girl. But that account came under withering scrutiny within minutes of cross-examination of beginning Wednesday, with an attorney for Kelly's co-defendant, Daryl McDavid, painting Freeman as a liar and opportunist who has given verily contradicting accounts about the conspiracy over the years. Okay, because I thought they was about to say over the trial, because I'm about to say he's not the only one giving contradicting accounts, baby, because as we read the other day, we heard how Jane, which is Rashonda Landfair's mother, Valerie Landfair, was giving contradicting accounts as well, and kind of making her daughter look kind of sketchy. Everybody was in talks of a mistrial, but baby child, honey, please, I don't think so. Not with Judge Leonard Weber. I don't think he got time. I think he's trying to get past and through. So I don't see it being a mistrial. I just see if they keep it up, they're going to be held in contempt, and they're going to have to go back on their immunity deal that they have with the government. People who lie, people who cheat, people who take advantage of others for money, those are people whose word is hard to trust. Agree? Brindley asked pointedly at the outset of his questioning. Freeman said, agreed. Have you ever lied under oath about videotapes connected to Robert Kelly? Brindley asked. After Freeman said no, Brindley replied, we're going to come back to that, Mr. Freeman. I want you to remember what you said, okay? Now, Brindley has been questioning Freeman about his February 2019 sworn statement to a Cook County grand jury, which said he'd figured out who had taken the tape by calling some of Rob's employees who heard that a man had a videotape and was showing it to people in Atlanta. Okay. Freeman told the jury in Kelly's trial on Tuesday, however, that it was McDavid who'd given him the name of the person with the tape. Ooh, that's interesting enough. And see, I said that. I was like, I was talking to somebody the other day and they were like, wasn't it Milton? I was like, nah, it was McDavid, if I'm not mistaken. And I even remember in testimony hearing, just skipping ahead, about somebody hugging up on them like, yes, you found the tape. And I think it was McDavid. So McDavid trying to push off as if, oh, I had no idea. Oh, no. And clearly here it is that he's the one that got the job done. Brindley has been animated in his questioning, often interrupting Freeman as he tries to explain the discrepancies. At one point, Brindley stopped him and said, "You understand that what you are saying doesn't make any sense, sir." "Yes, it does," Freeman said. "It does to you," Brindley shot back. Earlier on, Brindley apparently caught Freeman smiling. "Is this funny?" he asked the witness. "Are you having a good time?" Wow, this is hilarious. Hey, Queen Keish. Oh my gosh. Man, I can't wait to get into these transcripts. Oh God, how hilarious. Brindley then asked Freeman if he was bothered that he's held onto alleged child pornography for 20 years. Freeman said he wasn't. "You are not upset for what you've done," Brindley shouted, which was followed by objections by prosecution. Freeman, who was colorful and loose on direct examination on Tuesday, is a key witness to the heart of the indictment, alleging there was a conspiracy to cover up sexual misconduct by Kelly. Now, the defense attorneys have described him in opening statements last week as a con man, extortionist, and criminal. Okay. Goes on to say, even U.S. District Judge Harry Lennenweber, 85. Ooh, Lennenweber's 85. Okay. Who has been on the federal bench for nearly 40 years, quipped on Tuesday he was looking forward to the defense questioning. Kelly, 55, is charged with 13 counts of production of child pornography, conspiracy to produce child pornography, and conspiracy to obstruct justice. Also on trial are McDavid and another associate, Milton June Brown, who, according to the indictment, schemed to buy back incriminating sex tapes that had been taken from Kelly's collection and hid years of alleged sexual abuse of underage girls. Goes on to say Freeman testified Tuesday that he was paid hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years in exchange for getting at least one of these incriminating tapes back. The plot, as described by Freeman, spanned almost a decade and unfolded in cities from Chicago to Kansas City and Atlanta. Sorry, y'all. Let me turn my phone off. Okay. At Kelly's music studio, concert venues, and even the singer's sprawling Olympia Fields mansion, where Freeman said he was told to strip naked and get in a tub in a pool to prove he wasn't wearing a wire. And that awfully sounds familiar. Hey, Monica, that sounds familiar, does it not? He had Lisa Van Allen get in a jacuzzi, in a hot tub. Freeman is testifying under an immunity agreement from prosecutors. In one of his more memorable statements on the witness stand Tuesday, Freeman said he did not tell the police about the child pornography he'd recovered because the police wasn't going to pay me $1 million. Oh, hot diggity dog. Okay, hot diggity dog, man. I love Freeman. This man is comical, okay? Comical. Oh my goodness. But not for nothing, you guys, that is the article and that is the update in regards to what is taking place right now as far as the trial. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into these transcripts. I'm not going to hold you up much longer. I'm going to try to put out at least 45 minutes to an hour of the transcript reading and get everybody abreast. Okay, we left off on page 670. So I'm going to continue on page 671. And like I told you guys, I am going to be reading all of the transcripts. Okay, now it may not be real time reading, like, next day type of situation, but I want to thoroughly digest these transcripts. So maybe in the future we can do a comparison and contrast and analysis of these transcripts. And so far we've done just that. So far we've actually been able to see similarities in testimony when it comes to Rashana in her testimony, as well as Azriel Clary's testimony, and among some other of his victims. So this is the reason why I take my time and pace myself in regards to it. But you guys are going to be able to hear all of the transcripts in its entirety, just in case if you ever want to go back, while we're waiting on sentencing and stuff like that, to be able to go back and get caught up on the trial. Okay, not for nothing. Let me go ahead and share my screen and bring up these transcripts. Okay, I pray everybody is doing good, because eyes is all right. Okay. Boom. All right. Oh, and it is not day 3. We're on day 4. Sorry about that. Let me go ahead and update for y'all. Okay. Boom. Okay. We are on day 4 transcript reading, and we are on pages starting at 671. Okay, this is a live read. But before we get into it, Monica says, I'm heading to Dallas in the morning. Flight is at 6 a.m. All right, sweetheart. Well, I'll see you when you get here. All right. Anywho, okay, so let's go ahead and let's get into it, y'all. Okay, so the last that we left off in the transcript reading is Everett. Okay, and he got cross-examined by Bonjean, and we just heard his testimony in regards to oh, no. It wasn't Bonjean. We heard Bonjean earlier that day. But what we did hear is, the cross-examination of, I want to say, McDavid's attorney, and he was just questioning the video that the officer saw, because it's now, of course, in disc form, which, duh, you know what I'm saying? Of course, that makes sense for it to be in disc form, because it's a new day and age. Nobody is popping VHS cassette tapes into VCRs anymore. Let's just be realistic. So they just basically reformatted the video and put it on a disc. Well, they're trying to now, have an issue with that, because it's not the quote unquote original version of it. Okay. And so that was the last line of questioning. Now we're at a cross by Mrs. Judge, if I'm not mistaken. She's a part of the government. But let's go ahead and get into this read, okay? When you testified yesterday, you talked about Mr. Kelly. Hold on. You talked about Mr. Kelly's residence located at 1010 George Street. Do you remember that? Yes, I do. And you were shown photographs of that residence. Yes. Can you tell us, did you go to each floor, each level of that house when you visited? I do not recall if I went to each floor. I know I went to more than one level of the house. Can you tell the jurors how many levels were in that house? I don't recall that. At least minimum 2. Do you remember if it was a large or small house? It was mid-size, I would say. Do you know how many square footage? How many square foot? I have no idea. Okay. You talked earlier about receiving a videotape from Sun Times reporter Jim DeRogas. I think it's DeRogas. I don't know. Y'all know, somebody said that it's silent somewhere. I don't give a darn. I'm pronounce it the way I see it. Yes. Can you describe how that took place? Not like physically. Did you physically get that tape from Jim? Yes. I was assigned to the Special Investigations Unit, And our commanding officer contacted myself and my partner and informed us that he had received a phone call from Jim of the Sun Times, who was given a VHS tape by, it was dropped off. It was an anonymous person who dropped it off. We then went to the Chicago Sun-Times and met with Mr. Jim, who turned the tape over to us. So Jim was in possession of that tape, and he handed it to you, correct? Yes, yes. Thank you. Throughout this investigation, despite the fact that Mr. DeRogas was in possession of that tape, you never started an investigation or arrested Jim DeRogas for possessing child pornography, correct? I did not. You've looked at it today, a couple of reports that you've written in preparation or throughout your investigation, correct? Yes, I did. Do you recall how many reports you wrote about this case? Not exactly, no. It was quite a few. Quite a few. And it was quite a few years ago, too. So I know I'm asking you, but you understand the purpose of writing reports for each investigation that you conduct, right? Absolutely, yes. And you understand that the purpose of it is because those reports are going to be used sometimes in a situation like this where someone is on trial. Yes, possibly it could be. Yes. And those reports are going to be shared with the prosecutor. If there was a prosecutor who pursues the case, yes. And then those reports also oftentimes come to the defense. Yes. And were used in a case just like they were this morning, correct? Yes. Do you remember how many employees of R. Kelly you interviewed, if any? I would say none. Did you learn of any employees of R. Kelly during your investigation? Yes. We were given names of various employees by other witnesses that informed us they worked for Robert Kelly. Was one of those witnesses named Cheryl Cobb? I'm sorry. Was one of those employees named Cheryl Cobb? Yes, it was. And how about an employee named Camille? Yes. Do you remember what Camille's job was? No, I don't. What was the last, if you recall, when did you stop this investigation, or when were you last involved in this investigation? After Robert Kelly was arrested. In what year? 2002. Thank you. I have no further questions. Redirect any? No, Your Honor. May the witness be excused. You can step down. Thank you. Call your next witness, please. Your Honor, the government calls Matthew Holsizer. Y'all, okay, so this is the dude that actually bought R. Kelly's house when R. Kelly moved out. This is a dude that we're going to hear that saw the camera and the smoke detector. Let's go. Sir, please raise your right hand. When you testify, you may remove your mask, sir. Thank you. You may question the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning over here. Good morning over here. Good morning. Hi. Can you please state and spell your name for the court reporter? Matthew Holsizer. Last name Hulsizer. Thank you. In what city and state do you live? Winnetka, Illinois. Sir, how are you employed? I'm self-employed. And in what business and what industry are you working in? I work in the technology and finance industry. Directing your attention to December of 2001, did you purchase a home then? I did. And what was the address of that home that you purchased? 1010 West George Street. And is that located in Chicago? Chicago. Do you know who the prior owner of the residence was? Yes. Well, I do now. Robert Kelly. Did you meet the prior owner, Robert Kelly, at or around the time of your purchase? I don't know, actually. I don't remember. You don't know one way or the other? Yeah. Can you please describe the property? It was a converted church that had a basketball court and a swimming pool and a bunch of other open space. Okay. Can you describe what the exterior looked like? Brick building, an alley on one side. Prior to your testimony today, did you review photos of the exterior and interior of your house? I did. Or not your house, the house that you purchased back in December of 2001. Yes. And you identified them as such as photos of your prior residence at 1010 West George. Yes. I'm showing you what's already been admitted in evidence as government exhibit 112A. Your Honor, may that be published to the jury, please? What is government's exhibit 112A? I I thought they were admitted in evidence. Yes, Your Honor, it is admitted. They can be published in, obviously. Yes. What is government exhibit 112A? That is the house at 1010 West George Street. And what are there's two windows. Do you see? Hold on one moment. My cursor pointing here. What is behind these two windows here? What rooms? So that's the entryway. And that's the behind there is the living room. And this is the front door here. The green door. Yep. Hey Linda, welcome. Now, let's talk about the inside of the house. Can you please tell us about how many floors and rooms were in the house? So let's see. There's three bedroom bed. So I guess there is four levels, and then a half drop down to a pool, and then further down into what was a we call the Colorado room, which was effectively the basement level below grade. Okay. I'm showing you just to the witness. What's been marked as government's exhibit 122E? Do you see that there on the screen in front of you? Yes. Is this one of the photos of your house that you viewed prior to your testimony? Yes. And what is depicted in government's exhibit 122E? That's the inside of the house at 1010 West George Street. Is that your writing that appears on this photo, this image? Yes, and my signature. And does this truly and accurately depict the interior of 1010 West George in or around December of 2001? Yes. Your Honor, we move to admit 112E and publish to the jury. Is there any objection? No objection. They're admitted. You may publish it. Mr. Holsizer, let's start at the top of this photo over here where it says master kids bedroom. Can you please start to explain the layout of this house? Sure, yes. So at the top it says master. This was before they whatever it's called today. Yes, main room, the main bedroom. Yes. So that's the main bedroom where I slept. Then there's the kids' bedroom is on the next level. Below that where it says bedroom, that is the guest bedroom. The window frame that you see left of the word where your cursor is a would have been another bedroom, but was a fish tank. To the right is the balcony where my signature is. Over here. Yep. As you go down to the next level, this is back there where your cursor is, was the kitchen. To the right was, it had been taken out, but was a barber shop when I had purchased the property. Then the street level, where I wrote street level, is this is the living room. To the left, see where it's labeled pool. You would drop down about 3 or 4 steps to a pool. And then from there, you would drop down a few more steps. It would take you through what was effectively, I would say, maintenance room or a storage room. And some of the electronics were in there. And then past that was what we refer to as the Colorado room. And that's what you have written here. Yes. Okay. Well, let's start there on the bottom floor that you mentioned, the Colorado room. Can you describe that room? A lot of wood paneling. And there was a hot tub. Okay. We're going to go through a couple of photos of that room and others in your house. But before we do, let's talk about who took those photos. In approximately early 2002, did members of the Chicago Police Department come to your home and ask to take pictures of it? Yes. And did you or one of your representatives at the time allow CPD, Chicago Police Department, to take photos? Yes. Did you review some of those photos before your testimony today? Yes. Did you identify the rooms and areas depicted in those photos to be the residents at 1010 West George Street? Yes. Do those photos truly and accurately depict the interior of 1010 West George at the time of the purchase in December 2001? Yes. So back to the Colorado room with the wood walls. I'd like you to take a look at. There is a packet in front of you. Government's Exhibit 12D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Q, R, S, and T. And those are in that packet right in front of you. And they are in the defense witness binders as well. After you had a moment to review those, just let me know. Just the first packet. Okay. Are you finished looking through those? Yep. Are those the photos that we were just talking about? The ones that Chicago Police Department officers took when they came to your house back in early 2002? Yes. Your Honor, we'd ask that the government would move into evidence government's Exhibit 112G, HIJKLMN, RST into evidence and ask for permission to publish. Any objection? Hearing none, they're admitted. You may publish them. Okay. For the record, government's Exhibit 112D, F, and Q are already in evidence. So let's take a look at government's Exhibit 112D. Do you see that up there on the screen in front of you? Yes. Okay. And we were talking about the Colorado room, as you mentioned, as you called it, the room in the basement of 1010 West George. So what is depicted here in 112D? That is the Colorado room. That's the hot tub in the Colorado room. On to the next, 112F. What does that photo depict? That's also the Colorado room, hot tub, just from a different angle. And the right looks like the bathroom. Sorry about that. That's okay. You said the right looks like the what? I think it was a bathroom. And again, what is 112G? That's a hot tub again. What is depicted in 112H? That's the entrance to the Colorado room that came through. What was the mechanical room that I was describing earlier? Okay. And again, is this entire room covered in wood paneling everywhere? Yeah, yes. There is some stone on the side too, I believe, but it was mostly wood. Okay. Showing you what's been marked as government's exhibit 112I. What is depicted in 112I? This is the mechanical room that led to the Colorado room. And when you moved in, was this equipment here? You know, I don't recall. I can't, some equipment, I have no idea. I don't know what I put in and what they did. What was there? So, do you recall installing any of this keyboard? What it looks like there? I installed some equipment because I had to change some of the stuff that was there. Okay. I don't know which what I'm looking at here. I couldn't tell you which one I did or not. It's 20 years ago. Okay. You said you changed some of the stuff that was there. What was there? What was this room used for? And what did you use it for? Objection, speculation as to what it was used for. What was the room? What did you use the room for? Well, he can answer just generally what it's for. I mean, no, what it was used before he occupied it. That's my objection. What someone else used it for? What did he use it for? I guess that I don't object to. All right, let's move on. Sir, what did you use the room for? Mechanical. What type of mechanical equipment is in there? Electronics and surveillance and security. Now, I'm showing you what's been marked as government's exhibit 112J. You had mentioned that there were other rooms down in the basement in the basement area of the home. Is that right? Yeah, yes. Okay, was a gym one of them? Yes, but it's not connected to the Colorado room. That was in the photo. That was in the back. Understood. So it's what level of the house is it on? I believe it's slightly below grade. Got it. Is this the gym that was at 1010 West? Is at 1010 West George when you purchased it? It was the gym. Okay. And is this how is that photo that's hanging on the wall? Was that there when you moved into the home? Yes, it was. And if you know, do you know who's depicted in this photo? I don't. Can you explain to the jurors where this, what we're looking at in this photo? So, this is the room adjacent to the gym. So, you would walk out of the gym and you would go into this area, which was then came off the living room. Okay, and it looks like there is a black kind of a structure here. What's that? The bar. That's the bar. Okay, and this that appears here on the wall. That was there when you moved in. Is that right? Yes. I'm showing you what's been marked as government's exhibit 112L. Now, is this what is depicted in 112L? 112L. Again, that was the art on the wall. This is art on the wall of 1010 West George, and it was like this when you moved in. It was. I'm going to ask you to read this scoreboard here. I won't call it a scoreboard. It appears to be a scoreboard to me. Okay. What is this that's on the left side of the scoreboard? It says home, R.Kelly 95. And it appears that he's playing the visitor, Taz D, and he is winning by 2 with 1 second left on the clock in the fourth quarter. And then below that, it looks like there's cartoon characters holding up signs. Do you see that there? Yes. And what does those signs say? Mind you, you guys, we actually saw those pictures on Tuesday night. Okay, before I did the reading, we actually looked at some of the actually not Tuesday night, Monday night, and we actually saw the exhibits. Foghorn, Leghorn is saying, "Go R. Kelly," and I can't see the other character, but it says, "Go Taz." Is this that same, I guess, mural that's on the wall at 1010 West George? Yes. That was there when you moved in. Yes. And what was it? What does it say? You can see the signs, they're still there that you had just read. Are those the same signs you just read? Yes. Okay. And then the final photo here again, this is the same mural and the same area that's off of the gym. Is that correct? Yes. Now let's go to some other areas in the home. Just 2 more. Showing you what's been marked as government's, it's already admitted into evidence, but 112Q actually, all these are in evidence. What is government's exhibit 112Q? That is the main bedroom. I'm showing you what's government's exhibit 112R. What is depicted there? That is the main bedroom as well. That's the 180-degree turn from the last photo to looking out on towards the stairwell. So those 2 windows that were in the other photo, those looked out over to the side, to the inside of the home. Is that correct? The other 2? No. They looked out onto the alley. Oh, they looked out into the alley, and this window right here, what does it look out? It looks out towards the stairwell. Okay, now when you moved into the home, did you have any concerns with any security features or anything that was in the home that caused you concerns? Yes. What was that? So, if you slide your arrow to the right, you will see that there is a button on the wall. Are you talking about over here? Yep. In order to exit the bedroom, you had to push the button to release the lock on the door. So we had to disable that. Woo-hoo. Yikes. A lock on the door that had to be disabled. And this was 20 years ago. And this man had. Why did that concern you? Because I had objection to relevance overruled. I had a. Go ahead. You can finish the question. I had a child. So I was a single man, a single dad at the time, and I had a child on another level, and I didn't want to get stuck to exit the room. So you're saying you had to press that button in order to get out of the room? You couldn't just walk out? Hoo-wee! This is good. This is good. So you are saying you had to press the button in order to get out of the room. You couldn't just walk out. Yikes.
I'm an idiot.
Mm, 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 mm. You couldn't just walk out the room.
Okay. Rewind.
You're saying you had to press that button in order to get out of the room. You couldn't just walk out. You could not. Mm, 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 mm. Are there anything else that caused you any concern when you moved into the home? Yes. The when we did we checked the fire, the smoke detectors in the main bedroom, and I believe in other bedrooms they were not functioning smoke detectors. What were they? They were video cameras. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's the thing that keeps on giving. Mm, 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 mm. We checked the smoke detectors in the main bedroom, and I believe in other bedrooms they were not functioning smoke detectors. They were video cameras. Child. Showing you what's been previously marked as Government's Exhibit 112S. What is depicted there? That's a smoke detector, it looks like. And what's depicted in Government's Exhibit 112T? Smoke detector. Is that one of the smoke detectors you mentioned you were concerned about? Yes. Because it was a camera, not a smoke detector. Yes. Now, moving on to the last room that you'll describe in the house. That's the main room, that's the main floor and the living room area. What did that main floor look like when you purchased the home? What did it look like? Yeah, the main floor. What was it? Wood? Was it? It's wood. Okay. Did it have any particular features on it that you recall? Uh, it had a chessboard on it. What color was the chessboard? Black and white. And before you moved in, did you actually notice like checker chess pieces that were in the room? There were. On the walkthrough, there were chess pieces up in the armoire or whatever it was in the room. So yes. What size? Like how big were those? 2.5 feet, roughly. Okay. Now I'm showing you what's been previously marked as Government's Exhibit 112O and P. And you have those again in the packet that's in front of you. Do you see them there? Yes. I'm sorry, they're Government's Exhibit 112O and P. Do you see those there? Yes. Now, prior in or around 2019, did you meet with law enforcement and look at some photos and still images that you identified as areas in 1010 West George? Yes. And are those photos Government's Exhibit 112O and P? Are those the photos that we're talking about that you reviewed with law enforcement in or around 2019? Yes. And do they truly and accurately depict the interior of 1010 West George on or about December 2001? Yes. Your Honor, we move to admit Government's Exhibit 112O and P. Any objection? Hearing none, they're admitted. You may publish. So I'm showing you what's been marked as Government's Exhibit 112O. Is this the black and white checker floor that you were talking about that's in the living room? Yes. And you removed that after you moved. Is that right? Yes. And again, you identified this photo as depicting the interior of 1010 West George. Is this that same room? Yes. The black and white checkered floor? Yes. After you moved into the home, did you allow Mr. Kelly, Mr. Robert Kelly, back into the home for any extended period of time that you can recall? No. Do you know if he was in the Colorado room after you moved out? No. You don't know, or he was not. After I moved out? I'm sorry. After you moved in, I apologize. Oh, after you moved in, was Mr. Kelly, did you allow him to come back into the Colorado room? I did not. And do you know if after you moved in, you allowed Mr. Kelly into the main living room of your home? I did not. One moment, Your Honor. Is that it? One moment, Your Honor. Pardon? Just 1 second, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. We have concluded with the witness. Who would like to cross-examine? I have a few questions. Ms. Bojine, you may question the witness. Thank you. All right, you guys, we're going to stop right there, okay? So just for record, notate this in the chat, 692. Please mark up 692. That is where we're going to continue. I think I might come back later on tonight. I have a counseling session that I'm excited about to get to tonight. I do believe in counseling. Okay. 692, I believe. Isn't that what I said? 692. Yeah, 692. Okay, yeah, I have let me update the banner. So yes, you guys, so I have counseling on tonight. I want to say it's at 7:30 or 8:30 or something like that. I'll check and confirm. But depending on when I have my session, I will schedule one tonight, or I may just do a pop-up and maybe even later. I just want to get the content out there so you guys will be able to read along, or at least hear it. Okay. This is, though, the transcript, y'all, that's going to be leading into Rashonda's transcript. I do believe after this guy, Rashonda is next, okay? So y'all lock and load. I know that was very, very, very important for you guys to hear. I got it, and we are just pages away from hearing the testimony of Rashonda, you guys. But what was interesting to y'all, child, what got me is the smoke detectors. That was pretty daggone interesting, to say the least. The smoke detectors, to hear that it was cameras in there, also to hear that you had to push a button to unlock the door. Okay, see, it's a lot of answers that are getting a lot of questions that are getting answered with this Illinois trial, because mind you, what is so pivotal, and I don't know if people are taking this under consideration, what is so pivotal about this Illinois trial is that this was before New York. Okay. These individuals were before New York. And that's what makes it so interesting, because you get to hear the depiction of this food's patterns way back before an Azriel, a Joycelyn, a Faith, a Geronda, a Kitty, any of them was a thought. These individuals, there was Roshana, there was her friends. These individuals came first. You know what I'm saying? And so to hear the stories, to hear the experiences is very interesting. It's very interesting. And, I saw one video, and shouts out to the R.Kelly Open Discussion Group on Facebook. I saw a video in there, and somebody posted, I guess, one of the I guess R.Kelly supporters, and they were like, we're thinking the R.Kelly mist is wearing off. And I just want this to be out there for the people on that side. it is okay, in lieu of hearing all of this damaging testimony, hearing about the videos, hearing Rashonda finally said that it was her, and a lot of you guys held on tight to that whole acquittal. Okay. It is okay for you to be like, this ain't right. And you know what? I would commend a person on that side that will say that, because I know how it is to be 10 toes down for somebody to trust you, me, child, and only to be faced with the truth. You know what I'm saying? So I just would respect more if that side would be honest with themselves, because it has hit the fan. Hey, old school Patricia. She says, hey, Whitney. Hello, beautiful. You guys, please head on over to Old School Patricia and check her out. She covers the latest on celebrity tea and a lot bit more, these YouTube streets and just different things going on in the world. Head over to Old School Patricia now, okay? And not for nothing, you guys, I will see you guys later on today. I promise y'all I'll be back today. I'm in the process of finishing the edit of Where Were the Parents, okay? But until then, I thank you guys for joining me for another installation of Evidence Over Emotions, the road to Illinois trial for R. Kelly. I'll see you guys later. Deuces.
With you people, every famous nigga that gets arrested is not Nelson Mandela. Yes, the government conspires to put a lot of innocent black men in jail on fallacious charges, but R. Kelly is not one of those men. We all know the nigga can sing, but what happened to standards? What happened to bare minimums? You a fan of R. Kelly? You want to help R. Kelly? Then get some counseling for R. Kelly. Introduce him to some older women. Hide his camcorder. But don't pretend like the man is a hero.
What up, what up? Hey, lovelies. We are now on Apple Podcasts. Yes. For my iPhone users, just a little something for you. Head over to the Apple Podcast app and type in Whitney D TV in the search bar and click the check to add me to your dashboard and listen to your girl on the go. Powered by Anchor FM by way of Spotify.